Okay, we're going to pick up where we left off in the last video. If you watched that video all the way through, then, you know, props to you. That was a very tough video to edit. I hope it wasn't tough to watch. I hope it was watchable. I did enjoy making it, though. I enjoyed the whole process of troubleshooting this game board just to find out that what was wrong. Spoilers. No spoilers. I even enjoyed getting to use my hot air gun for the first time. I enjoyed destroying this board entirely. No, it's not totally destroyed. I just messed it up a little bit with, my amateurishness. Yeah, so hopefully there are some comments on that video that will help me with troubleshooting and repairs in the future. I won't know for a little while now because I'm about 4 weeks out currently from the time of recording to the time of release. I'm trying to keep a backlog of videos so that I can, because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to maintain making the videos. So yeah, for some context, the video that's releasing while I'm recording this video, the video that released this week is the Game Boy Pocket video, which is kind of a filler video. But I'm glad that I made some filler videos because this is taking a lot longer than I had expected. But if you didn't watch those last videos, you might be wondering what we're doing here. We're originally we were trying to restore this Game Boy DMG, but now we kind of have to pivot what we're doing with it. But first, I kind of still have a mess going on here. This is all the stuff left from the last video, and actually, we got quite the mess going on. It's not just here. It's also the entire bench itself is just cluttered with stuff. Everything is still out from the last video. I got games all over the place over here. We got disassembled Game Boys all over the place. I don't know why the Game Boy Pocket's still out here, but it is. We got a teaser for an upcoming video that I need to finish these Game Boys before I can finish that video. And then we got our box of goodies, which again is all related to these Game Boys. So yeah, I need to get these finished. I think what I'm going to do is clean up this mess first, and then I will get all the Game Boy parts out here so we can kind of take stock of it and reassess what our plan is going forward. Okay, we got all cleaned up and organized. We have all of our Game Boy parts here, original parts over here. I've got my goodies box to my left here. Now the original goal of this was to have one like factory original Game Boy that is the nicest I can possibly get it using the parts that I have here. And then with the remaining parts, I was going to upgrade it with like a new shell and a backlit screen and all that good stuff there. So in order to do that, we started by cleaning this Game Boy here. We cleaned the shell, we tore it apart, we cleaned the shell, and then we were trying to fix it. But it turned out that the CPU was bad, and the only donor I had was this CPU, and I didn't want to use this CPU to fix this CPU, so I got a new donor board that was kindly donated to me, and it turns out that the donor board and the shell are nicer than this one, so I ended up using this one anyway. And in the process of trying to fix this guy, I've kind of messed this board up a little bit. Now I don't want to use this board, so I'm going to put the CPU back onto this board. Things kind of got weird here. All right, but to get back on track, I think I need to finish cleaning the shells here. These guys are clean, but these guys just need cleaned up here. They're not in too bad a shape. And then the terminals on the back here, I got to go through and figure out which ones I'm saving and which ones I might be getting rid of. Then we're going to focus on the boards here. I think this board's the nicest board, so I'm probably going to end up using it with, right now this is the nicest back shell too. So I'll probably end up using this board with this back shell, one of these front shells for our factory Game Boy, and then probably this backboard will be used in the upgraded Game Boy. But I'm still not, still kind of in shambles. I think I'm gonna put the CPU back on this board. I think I'm gonna take the capacitors off and put them on this board as well. And then I have still have one more capacitor kit that I'll put on this this guy. I think it's what I want to do. I'm not the picture isn't quite clear, but I think as we're sort of going through and getting all the parts in order, then it'll start to make more sense in my head and probably to you too. So yeah, let's get these guys cleaned up and come back. Okay, we have all of our parts cleaned and organized, and now we just have to pick which parts we want to use. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I always struggle to mix parts like this. Like, my brain, for some reason, won't let me take parts. Like, everything that goes to this Game Boy has to stay with this Game Boy. Same thing with this one. It usually takes me a little while to adjust, and I'm at that point now. But yeah, we just, I don't know if anybody else is like that. Okay, we've got this. We've got this glass lens that I got as a replacement for the one that was missing a lens. I think I am going to use this one for whichever front shell we use, because even though I'm going for like a factory-ish build, I do think this is an acceptable upgrade. Going to the glass lens. This lens isn't. It's not in bad shape. It's actually in really good shape. There aren't really many scratches on it. It's a little dirty, and I can clean that up, but there aren't like scratches on it too bad. So I'm definitely going to save that lens. But I'm just curious what you guys think. Like, would you prefer a factory original lens, or is this an okay upgrade? Like, I mean, I think it is. There's also these replacement battery terminals that I got. But I think that if I can get a perfect set of factory, like original terminals, I'm going to use those over these ones, because I think with the terminals I'd prefer to have the factory ones. These are perfectly fine, and I'll probably end up using them in the shells wherever I need to replace, because some of these I just need to throw out because they're actually really bad. But I also need to use the ones that solder onto the board for the board that this guy I think came out of. But we'll get that when we get to that. So yeah, we do have to start picking which pieces we want to use to build the Game Boy, but I think first I want to actually get all the boards ready to use how we want to use them. So let's move over to the solder mat. We have all of our boards here. This is where the real work begins, though. So I think I want to focus on doing the factory build first. And for that, I think this is the good LCD screen. I think this is the one that had the lines missing on the side, but this one's good. And so I just want to use this one for the factory build, because all I will need to do is just recap it and clean it up a little bit. I am noticing though that there's this tear on this ribbon cable here, and I hope that's not like too deep or breaking anything, because this worked fine. I think this is the one. It worked fine before I took it out of the shell. I haven't tested it since I took it out, but yeah, otherwise I may have to fix this one in this video, and I really don't want to have to do that. I'm also going to use this. This is our donated board. I want to use this as our backboard for our factory build, and this will need a recap totally, and then just I'll clean the switch and clean the wheel. Probably try to clean out these ports as well a little bit. Just give it a nice good clean whatever I can. I don't think I need to replace the terminals on these ones. I don't have any extra terminals. They'll just need a little bit of a polish, I think. This one is the one that needs the terminals replaced, but we're going to get to that when we get to that one. But yeah, so let's start. I guess let's start recapping. Okay, we're going to start with this LCD board here. I am a little bit nervous about these ones the ones on the front are they're right next to some stuff that I got to be careful around. Especially this one. This guy's like butt up against that plastic bit there, so I'll probably end up cutting that leg off, the leg that's right near the plastic piece, and then pulling it out there, and then just trying to get that other leg soldered out. These ones shouldn't be too bad. I can just like move it out of the way and hit it up with I'm going to be using my knife here, my knife edge here, to get them both heated up at the same time and pulled out. And then this one down here, it's kind of close to that ribbon cable, but it's not too bad. And then the ones on the back. So I have the Console 5 kit, and Console 5 gives gives you guys these ceramic capacitors. So you just cut the capacitor off, leaving the legs behind, and then you attach the new ceramic capacitor to the legs. Shouldn't be too difficult. I just gotta be a little bit more careful, like I said. I don't know if I said this, but I'm not sure how much I'm gonna show. Not sure how much I'm gonna show of the actual recapping. I'm sure I'll get little bits of me taking them out, putting them in here and there. But yeah, let's get to it. Just gotta wait for this cat to move before I can start soldering. Okay, the LCD board is recapped. I cleaned the wheel here, washed, sort of cleaned on the whole board overall, and even the cartridge, or the ribbon cable here. And yeah, now we're ready to move on to, where is it? The CPU board. So this one, yeah, we're going to recap, take all the caps off, put the new caps on, including the ones on the daughter boards here, and I'm also going to clean the, make sure to clean these contacts here, because you can see there's still a little bit of gross on them. And we'll give her give the switch and the wheel on this one a little clean as well. So let's get them all done or something. Yeah. Okay, I think I got everything done that I wanted to do. We got both the boards recapped and all cleaned up. I got the switches and the ports and the knobs cleaned up. These terminals cleaned up. There was a little bit of battery acid on each one of them, but they cleaned up pretty nicely. They actually don't have really any corrosion or any of the plating coming off, it looks like. But yeah, think we're ready to put it together and test. This might come as a surprise, but I genuinely do enjoy doing recaps. Sorry, there's a cat in my lap here while I'm trying to record this. I genuinely do enjoy doing recaps. Please don't get your fur all over this. I still have to clean it. I just finished cleaning it. I don't have to clean it again. Yeah, I do enjoy it. It's a nice, they might take a little while, but it's like nice, soothing kind of, yeah. I don't know. I enjoy it. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to. I've been saving all the capacitors that I've replaced. These are all from the Nintendos. I threw out the ones from the first Nintendo. I want to get a different container. This was just a container I had lying around. Okay, so now we can test. I think we should make sure that they are still working, or just make sure they're fully tested before we put them away. Okay, we got Tetris in, we're plugged in, let's fire it up. Got power. I heard the click, it sounded like it came from the speaker. Okay, we've got sound. Screen looks perfectly fine. Sound still sounds rough. It could be the speaker a little bit, or it could just be the wheel. Like this wheel might still be a little dirty. You could hear a little, I don't know. Anyway, it seems like it's in perfect shape. So let's put this guy. Let's go back over to the other side. Pick out. Turn this off. Go back over to the other side. Pick out our parts and put it back together. Okay, here's our parts again. We're back over here. I gotta start picking now. I think we'll start with the back. Now this one obviously is the most yellowed, so it's not the one that I want to use. So it comes down to these two guys, and they are like very close. I think this one is a little bit more yellowed than this one. This one's almost like perfect in the grayness. I'm almost suspicious that it might have been retro brighted or something with how like just how good it looks. Although this one looks really good too. It's only like the slightest bit yellowed, and the only reason I notice it is because it's sitting right next to this guy. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but there's a very, like this one has the tiniest bit of yellowing to it. But I think I'm actually going to go with this one. I like this sticker over these ones. And also when it comes to the front shells, this guy is, if it's picking up for you, you can definitely see on the top here. This one is definitely the better of the two shells. And like I'm gonna add this glass screen back to it. But this shell went with this front shell went with this back shell. And you guys, you know how I am with wanting to keeping pieces together. But then I gotta pick the other parts. Let me clear out the rest. This is the only battery cover that I have, and it doesn't look too bad. It is a slightly more yellowed color than the shell is, but it's not too noticeable. So as far as these guys, I think these guys are all basically the same. I don't really think it matters which one we pick of these. Yeah, they're all like pretty much perfect. So just out of offhand here, I'll probably just go with this guy because it looks the best. The terminals are going to be the next big thing, right? So let me get these all pulled over here and sorted. Okay, so for our battery terminals here, we need to pick one of these guys and two of these guys. So let's start with picking one of these guys. I think all of them, these are the ones that sit up in the top. So they don't usually get any battery acid on them. I don't know if you'll be able to see any of these. So let me just look here. I think this one actually, they all have like one tiny little splotch on them somewhere. but they're all in like perfect shape pretty much. Near perfect. So I think I might actually go with this first one here. This one I think looks the best to me. Hopefully we can get a full set. So put that guy out to the side. Throw these two in the trash. Just kidding. Okay, I was just peeking through all these at first real quick. This one came from that one that was real bad. So that one's definitely out. This one also came from that one where the terminals were real bad, so it's definitely out. This one still has a little bit of. I'm probably gonna clean all these up again anyway. So hard to see this. This one has a little bit of acid still on it, but it's not terrible. This one has got the back is real bad. It still has a little bit of. It looks like leftover residue, and then the back's real bad. So we're going to not use that one. And then this one actually looks really good. There's like a little bit of residue on the top there that I can just clean off real quick. So I like that one a lot. And I think this one also, it just needs a little bit of a shine and a quick clean. But I think overall this one's really good, in really good shape too. So let's use those two, blammo, and then I think, what do we have left? Buttons and gaskets, or membranes, and that's really nothing. I mean, for these membranes, I think we have a clear winner. I don't know if that's like, this has to be yellowed. Like, it looks like it just has to be yellowed. But yeah, we'll use that guy clearly. With these two guys as well, I don't know. I mean, it seems yellowed. It doesn't seem like it should be that color, so we're going to go with the white one over the yellow one. And then the start and select buttons, this one and the top here, the ends that you would see are definitely far more yellowed than this one. This one's like, oh, these are almost perfect. It almost seems like these were replaced like at some point. So it's our membranes. Now we have our external connector cover that we somehow have two of, which I never ever see these things. This one is obviously the clear winner because this guy is actually very yellowed, so get rid of that guy. And the only ones I think are going to matter are the switches. This switch in the middle is out definitely because it's very yellowed. And the other two switches, I think it's a toss-up. It doesn't really matter. They look almost identical, so just use that guy. The buttons, I don't think these ones matter too much. I don't know if I can tell a difference in any of these buttons. Let's get them all over here and zoom in. Bloop. I mean, you guys will see this better than I will. I can through the screen here. So yeah, I don't think that it really matters personally. I can't see any difference between the two sets, so I don't care. I'm just going to grab one of these sets and get rid of the other set. Oh yeah, all right. So that's our good DMG selected. The only thing we have left to do first is we've got to clean off. I want to clean off this, and we have to apply the new screen, screen lens. So let's get that done. I'm going to try some isopropyl alcohol here just to see if that takes it off. Might have to hit it up, let it sort of soak in a little bit first, and then come back. Okay, that took a lot longer than I expected it would, but I think we got it all off. There might be just a little bit left. But yeah, let's get this lens cover on. Okay, I took off like I don't know how this was like packaged. There's like I just got the back part of this off, so there's still this the plastic that it came in over the front. I don't know if there's another. I don't think there's another like protector over the front, so I'm just gonna leave this on until I'm done installing it. I just want to test fit it here. Oh yeah, that fits perfectly in there. Let's see. This might be a little tricky with the gloves on. I can use the trusty. Let's use my trusty doohickey here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's try to. Ooh. And then, oh my goodness. So. Oh no. Sticking it in real nice and nice. Looks good. Give it a little peel. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it's all put back together. All right. Yes, now that that is on, push it down a little bit more. Okay, let's start getting it all put back together here. Get our buttons in. I don't want to do the ribbon cable anymore, so I'm just gonna put the screen in with it still connected. Should be okay. We got screws. And then for the back shell, we're going to have to put our terminals back in, which these two go on the bottom here. Okay. Put this back in, bunker down. Now we need our cartridge slot thingy that I can. There we go. I feel like it's been so long since I've reassembled a Game Boy. I don't know that I remember how. All right, let's get the backboard on now. I don't want to take it out. I hate putting it back on. Oh, let us not forget our switch. Okay, we flip it back over. We press her back together. That ribbon cable. That ribbon cable. I didn't forget anything, did I? Okay, there she is. Hold on, we have one more piece to restore, and that is this piece right here. Get this guy out of the way, and then we can okay, and here it is all done. Our original factory Game Boy. I think the only thing that's not factory is our screen lens. I mean, I think it looks really nice. I definitely feel it's a good upgrade just to go with that glass lens. And this one looks pretty close to the original here. I think if it's not identical, I can't really tell the difference in all honesty. The gray might be a little different, but when you're not comparing them side to side, you can't really tell. And this lens is still in good shape. It's dirty. I didn't clean it yet, but it's like not scratched at all. So like this would also be a really good screen. I definitely want to keep this and keep it in as good a shape as it is. But I think I want to wait to fire this up and test it again until after we finish the other one, our custom one. We're gonna have to jump back over to the matte because we have to get that board prepped. But that's gonna have to wait till the next episode, unfortunately. Stick around for that one, guys. If you liked the video, leave a like, do all the things, call to action. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one.